Hello everybody, this is GiveUAnxiety, and I'm bringing you guys an exciting stream and video here today. This is the GUA October 2019 subscriber tournament, and this is the finals between Mitoe and Hazza. So we're going to go over the rules with these guys, and then we're going to get into game one here. So let's update the rules for everybody. First off, let me start off by saying there's a $200 prize pool. First place is getting $100. So I'm going to just kind of inform these guys. Let's see. First place is getting $100. Second place gets $60, and then third place will get $40. Sorry about that. Okay, and this is the final, so this is a best of 7. And each player is only going to get one respin for the entire series. So this is best of 7. Got to use the respin wisely. And then also, how can we say this? If one player respins it, then the other player can't use their respin on that same game. I think they're aware of that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel. Let's see what map we get here for game one. Game one, let's see. Alright, game one's going to be played on High Plains. I'm also joined here alongside Kaiserklein, who's casting the finals with me.
Yeah, I have kind of bad news. I'm going to be able to cast only one game.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
You can get casted in here, maybe?
Yeah. Alright, so game one is going to be played on High Plains. And let's go ahead and spin that wheel for Mitoe here. Let's see what civilization Mitoe gets in game one. Alright, Mitoe getting the Dutch civilization. And as you guys know, throughout this entire tournament, it's been random civ and random map throughout all his games here. So, Mitoe randomly getting Dutch here in game one. And let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Hazza. Let's see what civilization Hazza gets here in game one. Hazza playing as the French.
Oh, that's... I mean, it's not a terrible matchup for Dutch, but on this map, with the TP line, it's going to be tough. Like, Dutch has to try something really aggressive somehow, like either in early fortress or in H2 with the 8 pikes or something. You can't just let France sit on 5 TPs like that.
Yeah, the TP line will be a very important point here in this game. I'm just going over, I did explain the rules. I think both these players are pretty good. I said 1 respin per series, best of 7. So yeah, it should be okay. I don't expect either players to use their respin here, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, it's pretty good for France, but I don't think it's nearly bad enough for Mitoe to respin.
Right.
He's also very comfortable with Dutch overall anyway.
Yeah. Alright, waiting for Hazza to click in here. Yeah, 5 trading posts on this map, so it makes the TP line very important. If you get that stagecoach, it's a huge boost to your economy. So civs that are better at securing the map and better at getting the trading posts definitely have an advantage on this map. And here we go, guys. We are underway, getting into game one here. GUA October 2019 subscriber tournament series. This is the finals, and there is a $200 total prize pool for this tournament. First place getting $100, second place getting $60. And third place getting $40. So both these players in their finals, so they're guaranteed at least $60 here. But the winner of this series will get basically an extra $40 since they'll place first, and they get that $100 rather than the $60, and they'll have the title of first place. All right, so we have Mitoe playing as the Dutch down here, and Hazza up top playing as the French. Playing on High Plains. So, Kaiserklein, you're saying that you think French have the slight advantage here on this map due to the trading post.
Yeah, right, because of the TP line. It's usually pretty hard for Dutch to contest the TP line. Although this is such a big TP line, it's also going to be kind of hard for France to control it completely. But yeah, either way, it's very good for France, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like
not winnable for Dutch, but you know.
Right. I feel like neither of these civs are like super known for taking like big trading posts. Like they're not, the real big like 5 TP type of civs. A lot of times you'll think of maybe like ports, ATP, or like Spain. Or I don't know, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, so like some more aggressive type of civs, but you don't really think about it that much with, especially with Dutch or a whole lot with French.
But sorry, I didn't hear the end of it.
Oh no, I was just saying you don't really think of like these type of civs, taking the 5, being real TP civs with multiple trading posts. But when it is the map, that does have 5 trading posts, you can't just give your opponent 5 trading posts. So.
Well, it's really about the matchup also. Just like France can actually afford to get a TP line in this matchup, but it can't afford to get Stagecoach in most matchups. Yeah, but Dutch being just pretty slow, not having a real anti-cav in H3 in H2. Sorry, only pikes makes it a little bit hard as well to just like go out on the map and try to deny the TPs in H2 because it's always risky. You might get caught by like a lot of cav. So yeah. It's something. Then again, France doesn't have to Stagecoach in H2. They can also just go H3 as usual. Just do some damage with the Falconets, 8 skirms or something.
Yeah, treasure contention here. Cut you off. Just cut you off. Pretty big treasure contention here.
Oh wow.
And I'm okay.
Scrolling.
Oh no! Mitoe gets it.
Now imagine if Mitoe had an ATP deck, he could ship ATP right now as Dutch. That would be fun, but no one got that in deck, so well.
Mitoe throwing in the BM there and still getting the treasure. That's pretty funny to see. But Hazza did get the villager treasure before that, so getting the villager treasure is definitely really nice. That would have been huge if Hazza got villager treasure and that XP treasure.
Yeah, it would have. But yeah, that XP is well. I mean, it's not that huge for Dutch, I guess, but it's just always nice to get that kind of amount of experience.
Right. And both players are now on their way up to H2. We have Hazza dropping down a market here, and nobody building a trading post quite yet. So we're already seeing Hazza build a market before a trading post.
Yeah, that's. He's getting gang saw. Maybe he's gonna do some sort of crossbow pike stuff, trying to maybe surprise.
Wow, we have a trading post coming down on the natives here.
Huh. Okay, so Hazza just wants to really surprise Mitoe here. Mitoe thinking Hazza will probably go for the TP line. And then Hazza, in fact, being just really aggressive with the nets. We'll see how that goes. But it's also a trading post pretty close to Mitoe's base. So something like 8 pikes to defend would also mean that Mitoe can easily siege it down. So we'll see. That's interesting for sure.
Yeah, very interesting opening here from Hazza, bringing out the cheese here in game 1. But yeah, as you're saying, potentially could catch Mitoe off guard here. Mitoe is going with a pretty early racks here, so. Well, he does see the native post, so.
And I think he's gonna go 700 wood first. You have to go bank wagon when you start with a stable like that, but when it's a barracks, you can just 700 wood and use the wood to make pikes basically. So I'm pretty sure that's what we're gonna see from Mitoe. And he's gonna have an easy time getting the batch out. However, he's gonna maybe lose Bill, and I think that Bill is not gonna die. Oh, no. So now he can gather the crates. Even though he's under pressure, he can still gather some of the crates and get the pikes, but I don't know. Yeah, he's lost 1 Bill, unfortunately.
Oh, nice job, Mitoe, retesting TC fire to not overkill one of these one of the cav here.
Yeah, and trying to finish it with the bill here.
Yeah, trying to optimize that TC fire. Oh, another villager goes down. That feels bad.
Oh, and a second native post as well. So he's gonna get Comanches, which aren't all that good against H2 Dutch, I guess. Well, like Mitoe can just answer to that with Skirm Pike, basically.
Yeah, making 5 pikes and then shipping 8 pikes. So, oh, and he's gonna catch. Oh, very close. I thought that was gonna be horrible for a second.
Yeah, Mitoe didn't pay attention here. Could have killed like 3 of them or something.
Yeah.
The bank might be denied here. Oh, Mitoe pulling the Vils back in time.
Another Vil goes down though, and Mitoe perhaps overreacting, sending all of his pikes to the trading post, and no pikes at home to defend here.
Yeah, because this cav is not like Hazza's or something. It's actually a pretty bad cav, and it's not like Hazza is gonna take the fight. Even if Mitoe splits his pikes, Hazza is not gonna be able to take the fight. So I agree, he didn't need to send all of them there. He could have kept like 5 of them in base, and would have been enough.
Yeah, definitely. I do like this trick by Mitoe. Actually, he had 2 villagers that were kind of exposed building that bank, and the clear or like obvious choice would have been to just send those 2 villagers into the town center, but they probably would have got blocked and picked off along the way. So Mitoe actually sent those 2 villagers towards his pikes, and was able to save those 2 villagers. So nice little trick there.
Like heralding his hunt though, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, I mean, he's fine. He can also TC fire the Comanches. They die really fast to TC fire because they don't have any range resist. And they're pretty expensive units. 80 wood, 70 food is a lot. So yeah, Hazza's trying to Comanches to snipe the pikes, but in fact he's gonna lose most of them to TC fire if he does that, so he's just running away now. And Mitoe just needs to make like 5 skirms anyway, and he can contest the Comanches.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't seen these builds since like the RE days. I think I remember like an RE, people used to do these trading post type of builds, building the trading post and going for these guys.
We don't really do that all that much.
No.
It was more of a thing on vanilla because you would get more units from the native treaties, the second card that has a sense.
Yeah.
You get more, so it was more of a thing, but nowadays not so much. So Mitoe made 5 scams and he's got 700 gold because he's on only 2 banks. So 700 gold makes sense because when you have only 2 banks, you're not getting all that much gold. And I feel like he might want to just age out of that. I mean, he doesn't need to really push out. Because something like 8 bows and Mitoe is dead here actually. But he's gonna try to get the trading post down anyway, and he's making more skirms. I feel like Mitoe could have just aged here, but
a little bit of lag here. Oh, actually a little bit of freeze. Yeah, 8 bows potentially could be a good shipment here for Hazza. The only thing is, they would have to walk quite far to cross the map.
Yeah,
there's no forward shipment point, but yeah, it definitely is an option. But 5 more skirmishers being trained here for Mitoe. Mitoe cleaning up this other trading post here. And Minutemen call.
Yeah, alright, so Mitoe's gonna hold that, and he's got 600 wood, so he's gonna try to get more banks, I guess, because 2 banks is really not ideal.
Yeah, only 2 banks here for the Dutch. This is a pretty big military mass here. Oh, it's funny, these natives, they don't cost any population, so I just glanced up at the military unit population for the first time, and, 29-0 there.
Yeah, I guess you can say these units are like, it's like, what, 9 of them? So this is like 15, sort of 15 pop of units against 30. So yeah, there's no way Hazza can take that. But Hazza's trying to age, actually. And he's taking some TPs, but not really getting a full stagecoach yet. Just trying to run around and keep Mitoe busy and idle his bills and maybe kill some. And so yeah, 3rd bank is up for Mitoe.
Yeah, let's take a look at Mitoe. Looks like he's staying H2. I mean, he's a ways off from going H3. Hazza's just clicking up to H3 himself right now. But Mitoe, yeah, he's going to have an opportunity to do a lot of damage here, actually. The pikemen are moving out for the trading post.
Yeah, I just don't know why he doesn't split them.
Yes,
Like,
but still, Mito's actually going to be okay here, even without splitting them. But yeah, just losing one villager, but picking off some of these cavalry.
yeah, it's fine because Hazza is aging, but imagine if he had like some Hassas or something. Would have
Right.
been really bad, but Mito is fine indeed. He lost a Vil here, but he killed almost all the cav. And in terms of eco, it's pretty even. So right now it's like military against eco. Hazza is probably gonna have more eco if he gets to control the stagecoach, which he might be able to do because he's aging before Mito. But Mito has more units because he's just got units and Hazza doesn't. However, Hazza is aging slow,
Oh,
which
really?
I
He
don't
is.
really understand.
Yeah, and he has a shipment available already, and he had the 2 trading posts. So yeah, it's definitely kind of a questionable move here from Hazza doing a slow age up. And Mito's actually aging
Yeah,
up himself, doing fast age up, so he's gonna beat Hazza at age 3 here.
yeah. So that was really good for Hazza being up earlier and being able to pressure maybe or get that stagecoach or something. But now that he's gonna be slower than Mito, it's just a bit awkward.
And there we go, Mito's in age 3, just sent to shipment himself. And Hazza's still a little ways off. He's building a stable here at home. Has
Oh, and that
almost.
house is gonna go down in 3 volleys here.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's really painful. He's gonna have to buy wood. Minutemen being called here, and there are the skirmishers from the age up, but I guess he's gonna fight it since he has the Minutemen here. Feels like it's an okay
Yeah,
trade. I don't know.
I don't know that Mito really wants to take that. I guess he can. He just doesn't have a lot of skills to light himself. So Hazard's gonna take a pretty good trade here, I think. But yeah, oh, Mito also shipped the bank wagon while aging. Okay, so now he's got 4 banks, which is pretty decent. And Hazard just mismacroed a little bit. Um,
Yeah, it did look like a pretty good trade there for Hazza. Just the skirmishers from the age up and the Minutemen actually did quite a bit of damage there to Mito's army.
yeah, so that slow age kind of paying off here.
Yeah. Has a very smart. It looked like it was obviously like the wrong decision to do the slow age up, but has a like optimizing it to the full ability and getting the most out of like the current situation that he was in. Like who thinks of calling Minutemen, as you hit H3. Like that's a weird timing that a player wouldn't typically kind of think of. But it worked out, like pairing the Minutemen with the skirmishers from the age up at the same exact time. It was a really nice pop of units.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But I still think Fast Stage would have been better. I mean, he could have had 8 skims even earlier than that, anyways. So
Yeah, I agree.
And Mito's got a 5th bank now from 1k wood because he was able to go 1k wood since he was up earlier. And Hazza's got a decent mass of skirms, but maybe not quite enough to push in. Oh, he's got 8 clears though. So that's the thing, I guess. Because he aged slow, he was stacking a lot of resources that he didn't want to spend. He wanted to spend them in H3. And because he stacked all that many resources, once he was H3, he could already make a batch of 5 clears, while also calling Minutemen and getting wood for houses and stuff. So that's still a pretty good power spike here for Hazza. I don't know how much the clears are going to be able to do in the Dutch base though, because of the pathing. Mito's probably got 9 Ritters on the way anyways, so I don't know that Hazza can really push in. But Hazza has to try to go in now, I think.
8 skirmish ships for Mito.
Oh.
And more skirmers being trained here. Very little anti-cav from Mito. Minutemen were already called, so just these pikes and the Reuters. But Hazza actually getting scared off here.
And the choke, I guess the choke is annoying because Hazza knows if he goes in with the clears, they're just gonna get up against the pikes and the Ritters and not really gonna be able to top up the skirms or anything. And just deciding to pull back a little bit here.
Yeah, Hazza losing quite a bit of units there. Like he couldn't really make a decision. He wanted to push in, but then I guess maybe he saw the chokes or army and then felt like he couldn't push in. So kind of in the process of doing nothing, he actually lost quite a few units there.
Yeah, he did kill a couple of years though, I think. Because now the eco is almost even. And Mito was ahead in eco. So he must have killed something like 5 bills in that push or something like that. So it's not nothing. But yeah, now he's behind in military. Although that clear positioning is really good now. But with the pikes coming in and the envoys, I'm not sure.
These skirms are all going to drop.
This is so laggy.
Yeah, fortunately it's really laggy here. It's going to take a while to clear all these crusaders. I mean, they are going down pretty quickly. Fighting in the smoke here. Wow.
They still traded okay, kind of, but yeah. At the end of the day, Mitoe's just ahead in military. And then now there's falconets as well, so he took a fight before falconets. Imagine 2 falcons in the fight, and now he's not going to be even able to cover them. And the envoys, with the line of sight they have, which is a huge line of sight, they probably spotted the falcons.
Oh, Hazza feeding -5 crusaders. They were in position for a flank, now coming in late. Oh my god! That volley!
Holy shit. And now the Korea is actually going to be a pretty good fight for
wow.
somehow. That made kind of no sense whatsoever.
Exactly. That did not make much sense, but that volley alone just changed that entire fight. Wow.
That's okay. So what now then? I guess Mitoe is still barely ahead in eco, and still barely ahead in military, but France sort of has the better like late game and better units at some point. So I don't know. And Hazza still got 2 TPs. He might sneak in 1k wood. No, 5 goons. Okay, so not gonna get that stagecoach just yet. Mitoe's going for a Huss switch. He's getting veteran Hussars now, and he's got 12 of them. So if Hazza isn't careful, he could get cleaned up here.
Yeah, Mitoe. And there we go. Vet Huss are in. 5 or 4 more Vet Huss are trained, and I think it's gonna be go time for Mitoe here. He's gonna go for this surprise factor with this Vet Huss switch, or is he gonna wait to mix in some skirms?
Well, he's building an arsenal right now, so that makes me think he's not gonna push just yet.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of want to get at least 1 upgrade, because why would you build an arsenal before fighting if you don't upgrade? So I feel like he's just gonna get cav HP. Yeah, he's getting it right now, and then maybe he will just go and cav combat as well. He's got something on the way. I'm pretty sure, you know, he's got 2 stables. He's just gonna spam a lot of cav and get cav combat and get the arsenal upgrade and just take a fight. And these hussars are gonna be so strong with cav combat and the upgrade.
Yeah, so not feeling the well. He is actually moving out as we're saying this. Maybe trying to time the upgrades to arrive just as the fight begins here. He doesn't want to delay this for too long.
Gonna be spotted by the TP though.
Yeah,
so now Hazza knows what's up, and that's kind of a weird push from Mitoe here. Just running in the goons and cav.
Cav combat in for Mitoe here.
Oh, Mitoe doesn't have any infantry, so yeah, he's going for cav combat. But yeah, that was not so great of a trade for Mitoe, I think, but not terrible either. Also, on a different topic, imagine if Hazza got the HP upgrade in the Comanche settlement. He would have 10% more HP and all his stuff before he lost his post, because that's actually a 10% HP upgrade on all your cav, which is really cheap and really good.
Yeah, that's a good point to remember about that upgrade there. Yeah, especially with French, right, with the Crusaders and getting goons, that's huge.
Yeah, but he didn't. Anyway. Mitoe could have gone for it himself instead of an arsenal, actually, because it's actually cheaper than the arsenal HP, and it's also better because it works on all cav, including Reuters. So Mitoe has invested more resources to get only 10% HP on his hussars instead of investing less resources to also upgrade his Reuters. So a bit of a mistake, maybe.
Yeah.
But not a huge deal, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good point to, you know, something to work into your play is obviously the native post, you know, doesn't come into play very often in the majority of AoE 3 games, but yeah, there can be some unique upgrades in these native posts that can be really beneficial for your army. Like you're saying, that's a good one to try to remember.
Yeah, it's really, really good. I mean, 150 food, 150 gold. It's really nothing. And the building itself is cheaper than the arsenal too, the trading post. So, but what about now then? Hazza switching to pure Skirm Goon. After going heavy on Skirm Kriya, he decided to adapt to what Mito's got, stop the Kriyas because Mito is obviously going very heavy on the Hassas and Ritas, and just go for the good old Skirm Goon and try to control the TP line. And Mito knows he's got to do something about this TP line, so he's going to go in now.
Oh, Skirmishers potentially being out of position here. Hustler's trying to get a surround.
That's a great surround for Mito here. He's going to kill all the Skirms really quickly. And then, I think Hazza's just got a bad unit composition. He still needs some Kriyas to block here.
Yeah, great positioning and start to the fight here from Mito. More Hustlers coming in here.
Yeah, and then when the Skirms are dead, Hazza has really nothing to fight Mito's Skirms. Hazza did get calf combat just as the fight was starting, but still. And now Mito's got infantry combat, so Hazza can't really kill the Skirms. I don't know what he's trying to do with his guns right now, honestly. He's trying to go defend the raid. Oh, yeah, that's a huge raid. Probably GG, actually. Because Mito is now snaring all the goons to make sure they can't go defend, and Hazza is just running his wheels away from the Dragoons, trying to build a tower, but yeah, that's looking really, really tough for Hazza here. Although in the back of that, he's still got 5 TP Stagecoach, and we need to keep that in mind.
Yeah, some very good play from both these players here, using those Reuters as a snare, as you're saying, just to slow down the goons so they couldn't catch up to these Hussars. And then the positioning from Mito to kind of pick off those goons as he knew he was going to send the goons to try to save the villagers here. Very good play from him.
Oh, that second tower. 1k 983 HP out of 2k. Not going up. Unfortunate. So what can Hazza still ship? I guess he's got 7 skirms. He can still ship in the tower here to help him fight, but it looks... Oh, that Kriya!
Cursor so onto the skirmishers here.
Hazza's winning this fight. Like, Hazza is clearly winning this fight. He's gonna snipe the house with his guns, and then he's got Kriyas. But there's more Hass on the way, so never mind. Yeah, that's probably GG now.
Yeah, and look at the eco pop actually. It is the 5 TP Stagecoach, but yeah, how many vills did Hazza lose here? Hazza calling the GG. 25 French villagers have been lost in the game. Wow.
Yeah, that was a pretty good game. I just wish Hazza played more standard because that native stuff didn't really work, you know?
Right, yeah.
I wonder how it would have gone if he just went for something a little bit more standard.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely pulling out the unorthodox strategies and the cheese in game 1, but man, it really came down to that last fight. Hazza's skirmishers just got caught so badly there, completely surrounded by Mito's Hussars. There were just so many Hussars that Hazza was looking like in a really good spot before that fight began with 5 TP Stagecoach and, you know, pretty decent army, but that positioning was just awful there for Hazza, unfortunately.
Yeah, and also already having no Kriyas, anything to block, like even Halbs, or I don't know, like any kind of unit that can tank and block the Hussars. Like Skirmgoon does not, Skirmgoon simply does not beat Skirm Huss or that kind of stuff. Like you need something to block. So that was a little bit sloppy, yeah. And also note how Mito instantly, as soon as he noticed he was winning the fight, he didn't waste any time and instantly sent all his Hussars on the right. And that was a really good move as well, just raiding Hazza where all his eco was and forcing all the goons to try to go defend that, and while they are getting shot by the skirms and the Reuters, and just killing a bunch of CDBs and GG. So pretty well played at the end by Mito there for sure. Even though he had a little bit of a sloppy start, losing a bit too many vills, if you remember.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go.
Okay.
Thanks for having me. Sorry I can't cast the whole series, and see you.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep, thanks for casting the solo game.
Yep.
Alright, man. Catch you later.
Yep, see you.